Greetings. All right, we're in new headquarters. So channeling headquarters, you can say. So all right, we're going to messages and into the Q&A. All right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings. This is Archangel Michael. Energies to you all. As you see the Afghanistan timeline, but realize also the Arabic energies. Realize, it's the ancient world speaking to you. So those different points of view. So the spirit world, the ancient world is speaking. That shows more is to come. It's, you can say coded, but if the ancient world is, in your headlines, it can also go into basically opening portals from your past, opening up more of your current reality. So there's different ways of connecting to all of this. There's always so many other agendas going on. With this one, I could say hundreds or thousands. Of course, the Babylonians have been looking for ways of reconnecting to humanity. Of course, they have energies with Iran, but Afghanistan just has the energy about it of just turmoil. But that's also human turmoil. It gets everybody's attention. Of course, other places have also. But Afghanistan is just an easy place to manipulate. Easier than others, as you can see. So it's going to be in the news for some time. So if you look at it from different points of view, if you want to look at it at all, it is the ancient world speaking to you. Greetings to you. We are the Elohim. Your origins of your existence here, it, of course, will not always show its true nature, but we'll give you hints of why the troubles of your world are here. Yes, you can say the universe is also here to get your attention. As your problems of your modern world are like covering up what the universe or beings in your universe are having difficulties with themselves. It's probably, yes, even worse, actually. They're not always revealing themselves. You're not seeing them here, but you're actually balancing yourself with the alien beings here so you can connect more to them. It's just there's a lot to learn. So as you go through your problems, you also see a linkage with your alien beings than you've had before. Where you feel more their frequencies enter in because it'll find their way. It'll move in its way into your realm. It'll be mostly behind the scenes, but you'll just feel like, wow, I just feel alien vibrations more than usual. But this time. It's also, that means that you're ready to receive what is going on. Maybe not everything that's going on, because that's a little bit difficult to receive. But there is many wars on other planets that are connected to this place. That's why we say in many ways it's worse on other worlds. But not to go into those details. Blessings. Greetings to you. We are the Arcturian Council. Greetings. Usually it's someone from our group that connects with you. This is our council beings. Actually, a lot of your colors come from our realm. If Arcturian beings, we have learned to manifest ourselves into the physical. Not an easy development, but we do have schools on how to do it. Not necessarily to lower your frequency, but there are just ways where you can feel this physicality. Maybe not for very long. As many of you are having difficulties getting to the higher realms, but not very long. For us to connect to the physical is not very long either. So we're all working together in different ways. It's just for a new experience, not necessarily to follow the path of your world, but it's just new directions that your world will eventually develop. So you'll see an alien. There are possibilities of seeing alien beings manifesting themselves in the physical and not even realize that you're doing it. And actually, you have seen that in the past. But we're also here to answer your questions whenever you are ready.
Well, greetings, Arcturians.
Blessings to you.
Blessings. Thank you for coming in. That was interesting how you were saying you have techniques to be able to lower your frequency, or not lower your frequency, but bring down. I was wondering if that works inversely, like for us to raise our frequency to connect with you guys using the same techniques you use.
Yes, there are. It's yes, you're raising your. I mean, many of you are doing this already, raising your frequency, but you're still physical.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes, where you can actually keep that frequency going. That's what you're learning currently. Yes.
Okay, very cool. All right, well, thank you again for coming in. Up first this evening, we have Daria.
Hey there, Arcturian Council.
Greetings to you.
Greetings. Any messages from you to me?
Well, yes, this was going to. We do see in the astrals stopping some time travelers interfering with this Earth's energy. They don't always see you coming. They do see you. They show you like as sometimes like a decoy, like you would show up as an old man or something like that. I don't think anything of it. Then you stop them. Those are trying to really cause difficulties in this timeline.
Hmm.
So, and it's another reason why your reality, your physical is like you need to be where you are. It's just not always revealing why. Of course, you might not know you might not want to know why. Why can't things get more interesting?
Well, I know I work in the on many levels, and I kind of have like stop time lords, which is really
Yes.
funny. You
Right.
mentioned I felt like doing that for like the past 15 years now, maybe.
Yes. Well, I've been doing it actually.
Yeah.
It's not
So yeah, which is.
There was
But
there
any
was something else. There's something else, but they blocked it.
yeah. Any other Arcturian messages from my time as Arcturian, maybe?
With that, yes, a moment. But that is, well, I see a lot of drag queens with that.
Yeah.
Some that are trying to find their sexuality. They can't make up their mind what they want to be. So you kind of let them be as flamboyant as possible. It's like get out of their system. Move on.
Cool.
Some get stuck there. They want to dress up and drag forever. It's like, that's great, but there's other things you can do.
Funny. Yeah.
So
Well,
there is that. Well, drags are very connected to fish. If you look at fish and see how colorful they are, it's very similar.
funny thought. So yeah, thank you for that, and have a cool channeling with this group.
Blessings.
Yeah, blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Silverclaw.
Oh, hello there.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. So, my first question, I have an assignment to massage on 10 people, on 10 different people outside of my school. I'm worried I won't find 10 people. Plus, I have to work and go to school a lot. So like I might not be able to meet some people like logistically. Know what I know what I mean? So my question is, what do you recommend so that I pass the assignment? Or
I would
any
recommend
suggestions?
just talking to them. Because that's 10 people is kind of extreme when you really think about it.
Yeah, I've been thinking that this whole time.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it's 2 people, that's one thing. 3 if you're lucky. But 10 is kind of, they're kind of, I believe that from what we're seeing, they'll give you more time, but chances of finding 10 isn't very high.
Oh, so you mean she might reduce it or something?
Yeah, they might do that, but I think they'll give you more time to at least search. It feels like they're going to become more lenient because that's ridiculous. But they
Okay,
don't want you
so
to do this.
I think I'll just do my best. Just get the
Yeah,
few
you can do
people that
that.
I know I can get. So
Well, it feels like they're a little bit lenient on that. They're not like hardcore on that. They're just seeing if anybody can do it or not, it seems. At least from our point of view.
interesting. Okay. So my second question, I was told it would be good to meet or to get to know the female Anna. Do you think it's better if I ask to hang out with her like later in the year or closer to now?
Anytime when you feel as good, I mean, now seems to be fine. As long as you don't look like you're putting on a heavy agenda or anything like that, you're just saying hi. Keeping it really cool, I believe it'll be fine.
Yeah, I was thinking like a trail walk and just I don't know, so that I
Yes.
don't go by myself basically.
Yes.
So oh yeah, okay,
Yeah, keep it simple. Yes.
yeah. Yeah, I can tell she won't like that kind of thing. But thank you so much.
Yes. Blessings.
Yeah.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Michael.
Greetings, Arcturians.
Greetings to you.
Yes, a couple of days ago, I'm on a couple of different pages on Facebook, and I seen a female, and her name is Magdalene, and we were, I just said something to her through Messenger, and and my intuition's going like I've known her, and we've been chatting back and forth. She's from London, and I feel strongly connected to her. And she's very extremely nice, and she's awakened as well, and she knows. And so I just want to know if we've had lifetimes before, if this could possibly be a relationship in the future, or anything you could tell me about this.
Yes, there are countless incarnations. I believe that she's been like her boss in another lifetime as an alien being. Feels like it was a Syrian lifetime on a ship, like a commander. But you've had different roles. Yes, you've been like a Mr. Fix-It in many of your lifetimes. So I guess that's one of the reasons why you just keep connecting with each other. She's always breaking something, and you're always there to fix it. It seems, to some degree. But for friendship, we just say go for friendship right now. Just keep it simple. And I believe you'll get hints. But just roll with it and see where it goes. Not to have too high expectations.
Okay. And my second question is, do I have any messages, how, what I'm dealing with at home with my father, if there's anybody standing out, wanting any messages?
Well, it does seem like sometimes your father is blocked from healing. He's going through a lot of past life karma, from what I can see. And your mother's helping him with that. A lot of reptilian lifetimes that he actually has hidden lifetimes that they're not the easiest to tap into. But she knows everything about him. She's like a spiritual doctor, technically. So anything other than that, yes, you're protecting the energy fields. I feel like, yes, Archangel Michael's energy is around your father quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I believe your father will get through what he's going through. The turmoil of it. He will survive.
Okay. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Tristan.
Greetings, Arcturian Council.
Greetings, Steve.
My first question is about Earth, actually, and how we come into this Earth and we lose our memory of who we are and everything. Are there other planets that do that as well, or is that unique to us?
There's countless. Yes.
Countless. Oh, okay.
Maybe not as much as your world. I mean, there are worlds that actually. There's always worlds that we don't go deeply into them, but there are worlds that you will forget even. Like aliens don't even exist. Like the world just doesn't even thought. And spirit connections don't even exist either. So that's some major, amnesia there. There are actually some reptilian worlds that are like that.
Oh, so we have it actually light in terms of we still have access to some of it.
Well, you still have a lot of, as you know, you're still going through a lot of other people's stuff.
Yeah.
So it's still pretty thick here.
Yeah.
But at least you're able to connect to the spiritual realms. But of course, that gets messed with a lot through a lot of beings.
Yeah.
It gets interfered with a lot. So that's only, say, downside of it. Because you're not getting the clear. It's like you connect to an answer, but you don't know if that's always the answer or not.
Yeah, and the rules are different, and the whole paradigm is different. We have to get used to that. Stop thinking like a human, I guess. Yeah.
But yes, there are other worlds that are, yes, very similar. I mean, there are, yes, alien worlds that are very, or even Agarthian, realms that are, they're aware of the lifetimes, but they still don't understand the spirit realms all so much. They have a higher knowing, but they still have a lot of questions. Most alien species they don't see everything. You might get this thing, but it was that. Yeah, there's just not. It's not just better on their end. No, far from. Especially when they're not warning as much as you are here.
Yeah, we're on fast forward. Yeah, accelerated learning. Yeah. Okay. My other question is any messages.
Well, there is a frog energy you're connected to, the toads. That's in Alpha Centauri, there's other places. You've just been a toad person. You've been actually like a philosopher toad person in other realms. Very similar to how you're giving advice here, just you're doing it as a frog being instead.
Yeah.
And the frog vibrations are very positive, just very healing. So you bring that energy here to others. Like it can be just small talk and people feel your vibration. You can talk to someone on the phone and make their day better.
Yeah.
Example. So it's those amphibian incarnations You had several, one after the other after the other. Kind of like having a canine incarnation. Things about the canines, they can get like Earth, get very, drama like. Of course, they're amphibians that can do that too, but the amphibians that you're connected to, just don't even bother with that.
Chill. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Stephen.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Sweet. Thank you. Much love. I just got in here. Who is this, by the way?
This is the Arcturian Council.
Oh, hello, Arcturians. Yes. Can you I had recently talked to one of the Arcturian energies I'm connected with, and I'll just leave it. If you could connect to the Arcturians, do they have any messages for me? Thank you.
Recently, I've been spending a lot of time in the future, yes, for contact, but also healing a lot of the political situations that are going on here, like a future president. Interesting, we do see a female future president, but not of what you see today. But eventually there will be a future president, female president. That, of course, coming from what world you're coming from, yeah, it's going to have a lot of problems. But you're more connected to the future, where it's more of a feminine energy. It's obviously not a president, but somewhere, but just a healing frequency altogether. So that's where you're coming from. But humans have to go through a process first to get to that. They can't just go from darkness to positive. They have to go through what they're going through. So we are connecting more to an angelic future timeline. You probably feel that, though.
Yes, kind of like a Marvel, that lady girl, superpowers kind of type girl.
Yeah,
just for peace and everything. All right, appreciate that. Thank you. And just second question. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask. At my job, within a week, I and I hadn't had this happen at all at my job. A bird landed. I just parked at my vehicle, and a bird landed on my right window and just stared at me. And then, like a week later, it seemed like that same bird, or a bird of the same species, landed the exact same spot. And I was like, it's kind of peculiar. I just wonder if he can connect with the bird carrions, or just if they have any messages or trying to send me something. Thank you.
Well, it looks like they're connecting you telepathically. I mean, they're clearing out your vibration, showing that spirit is, working with you. It's just like a validation, because the world is getting kind of crazy. So I would say it was there for just saying you're on the right track overall. Because the world's getting kind of unhinged a little bit. I believe there is some kind of worry in you. Of course, that's with anybody. So like, where is this all going exactly? So it's like, I believe they're just giving you confirmation that everything will be all right, and you're on your path that's necessary. There's bird beings, of course, they have as family. I feel like you have siblings or younger children around you, or family members that are connected to that bird collective. It sometimes comes with the kids, but not very often. Because spirit beings do talk to them too. So, yes, go ahead. Blessings.
All right, sweet. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, very cool. Up next, we have Brian.
Greetings, Arcturian Council.
Greetings to you.
So, for my first question, I'm looking to get some energy healing done, but I've had the feeling that I should be working on the blockages I have myself. Do you think it would benefit me to get help from someone else with this, or is it better that I figure out how to heal myself?
Well, yeah, I can use different methods of Reiki. I feel like there's Anunnaki blockages that's around your crown chakra, from what I can see.
Okay.
There is a lot of self-doubt energies to release. This lifetime and others.
That makes sense, yeah.
I do see a poet lifetime in your past. I believe it's in France.
Oh, interesting.
I believe it's around 1800s, but they're not giving me exact time.
Okay, interesting. I'll have to look into that.
I believe you were well known too, but well known enough. I'm not sure if you're in the history books or something, but I do see you there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So for my second question, does the Arcturian Council have any messages for me?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons you incarnated here. Of course, to put the stop to a lot of this nonsense that's going on your planet, at least that's what we're seeing from your higher self. Of just, yes, realize that humans have to go through a process, but also is prosperity. Maybe not, through physical goods, but prosperity of the soul. So
Yeah.
you're discovering that within yourself. So yes, that your own healing makes a lot of sense. You heal where you as far as you feel like you can go. It's like, okay, I might need help with this, but at least you get questions from yourself.
Okay.
You can find somebody to get answers.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yes,
That's great. Blessings.
Yeah, very nice. Up next, we have Hazel's questions. Her first question, she says, "Hello, Arcturian Council. I'm happy to hear from you. My first question is, I was recently given a message through an Arcturian connection that was encased in titanium. I was asked not to try to interpret the message, but to hold it in its capsule in my body. I'm wondering about your thoughts on the energy of titanium and how to best hold it."
Well, I feel like that's in your heart chakra from what I can see. Not that it's going to cause you any blockages. Titanium is just it's like the sound of it, the vibration of it, even the word of it. Just saying that word comes out of vibration. It's really about. It's not always about the titanium. It's also about just the word of it, just the energy around it, and this seems like it's part of some of it's part of your origins. It feels like not that you came from titanium, but just I feel like what they gave you is answer to where you come from.
All right, thank you for that. Second question, are there any further messages for me related to this transmission of energy in titanium or otherwise? Thank you and many blessings.
Well, there is, yes, the secret space program energies of. I see you there, like in charge of areas like light area, like positive areas that cannot be penetrated by darkness, like a force field around like a city or a castle, and you have your people there, and it's like they can't get through other beings they're trying to get through, and I believe that answers some of what you've been picking up recently. So you came here to, I believe, to actually make yourself stronger, make that energy field stronger. Eventually it'll make more. Nothing's ever going to make itself completely clear, but at least that's a piece that I believe you might be looking for. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, I have Blue's questions. Blue's first question. She says, "Thank you for being here, Arcturians.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can tell me about the dinosaur beings as a race?"
Yes, there are hidden here. There are some that are humanoid. Like the T-Rex is like think about like a humanoid T-Rex, kind of like a reptilian, but maybe more vicious. I believe that you have been tapping into their realms, and there is kind of a field around them protecting them, but it feels like you show up to them as a fairy or something. It's like, hey, I'm nobody. I'm just flying around. But or like like even large animals like that, little things fly around them all the time. So it feels like they can't detect you. Let's put it that way. So they have layers, like cities underground. Like think of like another version of Earth. Think of like that. Or another dimension that's tied into yours. So like a civilization of dinosaur humanoids. There are also dinosaur beings, but I believe most of them are humanoid. Just from what they're allowing me to see.
Okay, very interesting. Her second question. I've been pulled into doing a lot of work in my astral, and it's impacting my daily life. Will I ever get my sense of life back? Thank you, Arcturians.
Yes, but this is also something that asked to do for the divine of like the divine good of humanity, meaning like you're here to help with major turning points, and you're doing it. It's like you will get refunded, or things are going. It's just that you're in the middle of it all, and that's the frustrating part. It's like you're in the middle of the jungle. So like these temples, you see these things, and you're not quite there yet, but you feel like you're getting So it has a lot to do with it's like, which obviously it's like I feel like you're like one of the few beings that actually can do what you're doing. And that's like, I was like, why did I sign up for this? Because nobody else can do it. It's like the pay isn't very good. But a lot of it seems like the less that you have around you, the more sharper your vibration is. That's why life isn't exactly going the way. It's like so you can focus on what's happening here, because it really can change a lot of timelines here. So, that's it.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Chris.
Greetings. I'm Liam, Chris's son. I have been healing from a concussion, a head injury for the last 3 years almost now, and I've tried many things and made minimal progress. And I am just wondering what I can do better to heal.
As the prayer, I know it's like just simple prayer. It seems like it can get to you more with spirit. It's like it seems like there's past a lot of energies when you kind of lost faith in yourself. Of course, you see how easy it is in this realm. But it's like you're appreciating more of yourself. So really, the power of prayer. I know it sounds maybe not the most exciting energy, but it feels like if you just go and it's just like you're kind of like doing a spell for positivity, for your own healing, like what kind of sending energies to other people, not just yourself, and just realizing your own healing ability that's within you. Like protecting your family, protecting yourself. Like you probably feel if you help send energy to others, you feel like you're feeling more healed yourself. There's some other things, but they're not letting me see it. But yes,
Okay, thank you. That was my only question.
Okay. Yes. Hopefully that was helpful though.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, I've got Marvin's questions. His first question, he says, last Thursday early morning at 2:33 a.m., I woke up to what looked like lightning because it was storming. But I've seen two stars that you see with 4 points, very bright, slip through a crack in my window blind. What was it? What was going on? And who were those?
They're Pleiadian beings, but they seem like they're changing, shifting timeline energies. I feel like they're also being attacked by other beings, those reptilians. So the crack has to do with just what their interference that was happening. There's a lot of galactic movement, and it's just not. They keep themselves cloaked, but not always.
Okay, thank you. Your second question. Are there any messages about me today? And do you see me and Shanika hitting it off, a coworker I work with?
Yeah, just keep being yourself. Just keeping her laughing. That's all. Yeah, just be funny and just be yourself. I do see, now this might not be exactly what you're looking for a message, but it does seem like you are connected to cloning in some realm. I believe you're a part of it, like actually involved with that. I know it's not the question the answer you're looking for, but it does seem like it's a part of your evolution though. Like you're like a perfected clone that others are trying to be like you, but they couldn't do it.
Okay, interesting. Blessings. Up next, we've got James.
Hey, you tell me have any connections with your counselor? Any messages from them?
Yes, one moment. So, as you know, the JFK things keeps coming up with you, which is meaning that you're part of that timeline. They're part of a lot of pieces of that timeline. You say that timeline got hijacked, and, through a galactic interference. Maybe not exactly the most positive, because the idea was for humanity to more unite, but then the darker forces came in and turn things around to that. So, yeah, the JFK part, even part of the Princess Diana is part, like the second part of that. Like JFK was interfered with, and Diana was the same. That shows that the heaviness of manipulation that's happening on this planet. But really, with JFK, things were really supposed to turn up to a higher frequency. Maybe too soon, but not necessarily. Some might say that, but that doesn't mean that's entirely true.
I see. And can you tell me give me a reading about the energy of my song I've been working on recently?
I see ocean energies, but also healing the ocean, but also you have a relationship energy. You're healing her heart, helping her with trust, but also you're helping your communication with others, at least telepathically. I do see your connection to the sun, but also Mars feels like a Martian energy that you're healing within yourself. Maybe the lifetimes you're not too proud of, so you're bringing that more of a positive frequency around you in this lifetime. I also see you connected to a Yeshua, maybe not the one on this timeline, but another one, another reality. It was far different than this one. We're not going into details of that.
Have I been sworn like that?
Yeah, you can say that again?
Have I been sworn like Yeshua?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Thanks.
I see. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we've got Chewbacca.
Thank you, Bobby.
Greetings. Yes.
Hello, Arcturian Council. Greetings. Thank you for coming in this evening. My questions are about properties, their story, their energies, or planes of existence. So when I was a little girl, the house we lived in seemed to mimic scenes from the 1982 movie Poltergeist. Dolls, my closet, the tree outside my window, the illuminated figure at the top of the stairs. They all had strong negative vibes. What was their story?
Well, first off, it was like you were there to shut that down.
Oh, at 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah. Yes. Well, you'd be surprised what, yes, 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds kind of jobs they get.
Wow.
That apparition, it seemed like it was a portal from the grays. Some of their manipulation here, this is another way how they get into people's energy field. They make people afraid, they make them sick, they want to do drugs. So it's just to lower their frequency. So they use ghost beings as a way of manipulating society. So that's why you're there to counter that. And I believe you've watched quite a bit of it. Maybe not everything, but you did quite a lot.
Wow, I felt like I was just always
Scared.
Yeah.
Well, you're sending your light and running at the same time. It still makes an effect. Well, because they don't want you there. They don't want, they're scaring the daylights out because they can see you more clearly than anyone else there.
Yeah, I almost felt like I was Carol Ann in that movie. But she didn't survive, of course.
Well, you are still here. It shows how powerful you are. But yes, think about it. Like having a kid as a powerful entity fighting things like that.
Interesting.
Even if you're scared, because you're not taught to go against, if you were taught to understand it better, you would not be scared at all if you had different type of parents. So,
I think about
that. Yeah, everybody behind you.
So my next question has to do with me being still ghost obsessed. I stayed at Thornwood Castle, and at a cottage in Thornwood, the haunting experience I witnessed at the castle was phenomenal. I felt joy. though staying in one of the surrounding cottages was uncomfortable. Both my cousins and parents felt dark, unwelcoming wisps of air. My parents demanded that the lights stay on to avoid shadows. What can you tell me about this particular lake location?
Well, it also feels like you had past lives there too, so you knew some of those ghosts. So it feels like you went there to kind of confront your past, is what I see. And your parents are helping you with that. It's the paranormal has to be healed, and that was your mission. So your parents unconsciously brought you there for, another clearing once again. They're not saying it was cleared altogether, but you had to feel like you needed to connect to your frequency. I feel like they were less negative. It's pretty dark there. But since you've been there, it has calmed down. Maybe not for others might disagree with that, but I feel like you're still there.
So it was like leaving an energy footprint in some way.
Exactly. Yeah, if you look back at your life and see more, you have nothing to be afraid of. Yes, you're kind of like you're paranormal, Ghostbuster, you can say. You do send one back. You might argue with these beings, and it might be like a 10-year back and forth, but you do get somewhere with it.
Well, I appreciate the messages. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Next, we've got Bradden's questions. His first question, he says, "Hi, Arcturian Council. Do you have any messages for me?"
The first thing we see is you do have a way of freezing time. You might not be able to freeze it completely, but it feels like you have a way of slowing things down. You're not aware of it, but because the things are going on in life and try to juggle it. But there might be times like, wow, I thought I was going to be late to this and end up being on time. It's like, oh, that's strange. And that's part of you can say your Arcturian side. I believe there's another side too, but it feels like your Arcturian side is that we're tapping into. Your tall white connection is more just your diplomatic side. There's probably more to that, but that's all they're showing us.
Thank you. His second question, are there any other messages for me? Thank you.
Yeah, the timeline that you're going into, yes, there's a lot of what we call kind of paradox. I mean, you're not sure where the future is going to be cloudy until you make a decision that you want to do. And even then, it'll take time for things to start unraveling for you. So that's a little bit quirky there. All right, blessings.
Blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Crystal.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
My first question is, I had a dream last week where I was part of the legal counsel for former President Donald Trump. I wanted to see if you can tell me what that means.
No, it's spiritual counsel, basically. So he still exists in this reality. So he's not removed from this reality. So you're protecting him. And also,
why am I protecting him?
Why?
Yeah.
Why not?
That's
between you and him.
What am I protecting him from?
Being removed from the planet.
Okay.
We're using our words kindly here.
Okay.
We're not going into the words that we can say. We should be saying, but we're not doing that. Well, you just see the importance of him being here. So also giving advice about his children. It seems like he's not always, you're one of many, but to help him deal with his kids because he doesn't know what to do with that sometimes.
Interesting.
So, yeah. When he gives advice to his kids, a lot of that time it's not his advice; it's advice for some other being.
Oh.
He can't process everything. He needs help from somebody.
Interesting. Any messages for me?
I see you're very connected to water. I believe there's like was it a relationship contract you wanted to break or heal or so that's in the process. There might be some pauses there, here and there. But I feel like you will make it to what you want to do, but it's going to be some delays, obviously, as you probably already know that.
What's causing the delay?
I believe that's from the other party,
Oh,
from what I can see. Does that make sense?
yeah. Why is he delaying it? I mean,
He doesn't want to do it.
interesting. Yeah,
That's simple.
there's a major delay. I thought it would happen already.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do any of it. He doesn't want anything part of it. He might say he's trying to do it, but really he doesn't want anything to do with it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, the paperwork was supposed to be done like a month ago.
Yeah, he's delaying. Yeah. So yeah, you might have to put, get yourself out there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's delaying everything.
So, all right. So that means I have to actually put the fire under
Yes, correct.
situation for it to move forward.
Some kind of fire, yes. Whatever you come up with, yes.
Okay.
So, yes.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Annie.
Hi, greetings.
Greetings to you.
Are there any messages for me about my health? I keep getting sinus infections, and I know I'm a sensitive, but it's getting out of hand. It's like too much.
Well, it has to do with the air quality.
Okay.
So, does he have like an air filter or some kind of humidifier or something like that anywhere?
No, I just know it's the house isn't the best. So there might be mold or something.
Yeah, it feels like if you can find some kind of air quality, like find one room and just work on the air there and see how you feel. Of course, you're in your whole place.
Yeah.
It's hard to just always want to stay in that room all day. But it's air quality. Yes, it is the house of energy. Yeah, it's the old house. It's not just the house, it's just the vibrations. And so if you just look at air quality in some form, that like when you sleep, like a humidifier or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I
like something like that?
Should I get a humidifier? Because I don't have one.
Yeah, maybe look into something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like when you sleep, something that will clear the air.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, and thank you. My second question is, what is my connection with my roommate and her son?
You all been cats at one time.
Oh, interesting.
I see you on adventures, like going on climbing mountains, like humanoid, felines, but of course humanoid, but as felines, it's you adventures. Just explorers. But as humans too, but that feline one is really strong.
Is that the only lifetime I've had with her? Or
No, there's a lot of lifetimes. Those are, when I say adventures, there's a lot of those.
Oh.
So they're humanoid. Some are feline. There's a strong feline, but there's a lot of them. It feels like just adventure. There might be lifetimes in Europe that two of you knew each other. I did see like she had a lifetime where she had like legal problems. She's not too happy with that. And that's what I'm saying.
And then
like,
her son.
Like you were her lawyer, something like that. Like advisor, yeah.
Okay. And her son too? Is that a connection too?
Yeah, that was he was her son back then too.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. There's deeper connections, but they say like 1800s. It looks kind of dimmy there, so it might have been they're not going to do. It might have been like a custody situation with the kid, somebody else.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
two of you have a strong trust there.
Okay. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Christy.
Any message for me of the Arcturian?
Any messages?
Message
It's you, it
for
says
me?
Hayden.
Yes.
Any message for me?
Now listen.
He's doing a lot of protecting of many. Actually, those that are flying, on planes as a like the Arcturian side of him is protecting those that are in the skies. His Zeta side is more helping with humans here on a DNA level. So the DNA cannot be too altered, by humans here. But I see him in the sky a lot, making sure planes take off and land without a problem.
Yeah, he's been sleeping a lot.
Yeah. Well, the gray that has to do with the DNA situation because they're trying to alter it, as you can see. Not the grays, but other people.
So he's trying to, or he is working on, like protecting the people from their DNA not being altered. From
Exactly.
Good job, Hayden.
Some beings are trying to. I mean, some humans here. Of course, there are grays trying to do a lot of not. He's probably a positive gray group. But there are some scientists that want to like really mutate the human. Do some things they really. I mean, obviously are doing it, but they want to do it on a public scale. There's more mutation, probably.
With his autism, I think that's that gets in their head easier, so he can understand them easier.
Yeah, correct. Yes, because the telepathic ability is very strong.
That's a good job.
That's a good job.
Okay, and so my question, I just was leaving it open to see if I have any messages for me.
Well, I see with the two of you and Hayden, of course, you combine your vibrations and you become a strong force. In astral, you appear like as one being. They're not saying what you're appearing to, but just that you're making sure that what needs to be done on the planet is being done. They're not going into details of that.
Yeah.
So we can get the show on the road.
Well, yes, a lot of your energies are around the politics vibrations to basically heal that. For the more future, I feel an Andromedan connection there with with the politics situation. Make it they'll assist with it to become a better frequency.
Yeah, because I feel like I give the messages that, like whatever I'm guided to, and then go to something else, because I get bored, and then I have to come all the way back and do it again. Like, oh my goodness, how many times do I have to give the same message? Like I feel like that.
Yeah, but that's how this world beats people down, you can say, or lowers them down. But you're still that's why Hayden's there to keep you strong.
Yeah.
Remember what's important.
Yeah, I was seeing the energy of like a lot of wind, like a tornado around me, like built like a wind elemental, not elemental, but like an avatar, like that. Like I could do that to project my thoughts, toward using the wind.
Yes.
So that's what I was trying to do for our new place and everything, just to make it all nice and flow smoothly and everything like that.
Of course.
Okay, tell Ivan bye.
Bye, Ivan. See you later.
Yes, blessings.
Blessings, thank you. Up next, we have Susan.
Greetings, Arcturian Council. It's such an honor to be with so many distinguished guests. I was wondering if there are any messages for me.
Yes, you connect the energies of the higher realms, the councils on the higher. They're not always saying what alien groups you're part of, but you're part of many. You're part of actually a lot of light ships that do visit here around the mountain areas. You are part of those visitations. Partly why they do it is for education. It's like they feel like they're teachers teaching humans to, okay, it's your vibration. Now it's time to connect with us. So, and you do connect to these people astrally. You just don't remember it here.
Uh-huh. Okay, great. My second question is, I wondered about my connection with my first husband and when the animosity on his part would end, if ever.
Well, I feel a lot of reptilian energy is coming from him. So it's very it also comes from a military side. Well, that's why he connected with him, to heal that vibration. For him to calm that down. And he did make some improvements there. That's one that's going to be stuck here on this world, from what I can see. At least from my point of view. So, yeah, he does seem to block our connections with him too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you reconnecting to him again or something? Or
well, no, I don't really care, but for my children's sake.
Okay. The children need to hear from him. They feel like there's unfinished business for them, not necessarily for you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean you have to be involved. I don't think you're involved with it anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, because they need it for their growth, because they have not fully learned what they need to learn from him yet. So, and they're learning from you, but obviously what you're teaching him is a lot lighter.
Yeah.
It seems like he's reflecting some of their mistakes. Like, they tell him what he's doing, and he's like, "Oh, you did this wrong. You did that wrong."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of afraid of him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a reptilian general, is what I see. So also seems like a football player somewhere. So he just wants things his way, and I think you know that already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's what your children are learning from. They're trying to figure out their mistakes through him. So it's their deal, not yours, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, my dear counsel.
Blessings.
And blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Dragon.
Hello, Arcturians. How you doing?
Yes, doing well.
This crazy stuff going on in Afghanistan right now. I feel like the Taliban's actually trying to, at least at the federal government level, or whatever you want to call it, they're trying to do better than they did last time as far as women's rights and girls' rights, and not, abusing them and stuff like that. Though I feel like at the local level, there's just not going to be a lot of really good control over that. So there's going to be areas of Afghanistan that kind of revert back to, and already have in a few, maybe more than a few, revert back to kind of how they were the last time this all happened. And I'm just kind of want to get I have my own opinions, and I want to get your take on why this is all being repeated again.
Well, it's also showing the ancient world, they are trying to actually go backwards. Go back to the primitive times. And you might have weaponry of this time, but everything else they want. I believe they want the Quran, they want all of these other, or something along those lines. They just want to, go back to primitive time frame.
Like medieval times, right?
Yeah, they really. And they feel like now is the opportunity to do so. And yes, they were very aggressive. The Afghan army was never, they knew it was never strong. But they gave it to them anyway. So it was built to fail, basically. So
maybe it was a test to see how well they would stand up for their.
Well, I think they already knew that before they gave it to them. They were not having high standards there. So a lot of those Afghans they wanted to escape anyway. They wanted to leave. So
yeah, they just didn't have their heart in it. I mean, they had everything they needed as far as training and everything. They were superior as far as every measure, but they didn't have the push to defend the country, and they stepped aside and let the Taliban take over. It's kind of sad. And hopefully this gives the world another chance at developing compassion, but ultimately it's not the right way to develop it, to have to watch people suffer again.
Yes.
Well, I guess, do you have any messages for me?
Well, with the Afghan energy, you are sending your healing abilities to that situation. But also, if you are healing those around you also. Because some people are getting kind of scared. The world is getting kind of strange, especially people with colleagues. I mean, you might not be talking about these subject matters, but this like you are connecting with an astral to calm their human self down for health reasons, for many other reasons. But because some are getting kind of panicky at this point. They might not always show it, but it's there within some, of course. Because they might feel like this is going to turn into something else. So
they were planning for things to get back to normal, and I'm like, not so fast, guys. No. And of course, the next variant of the virus came along, and things aren't working so well as far as preventing the spread of it. So it's kind of doing the second run of it, and all the vaccines can do is just lessen the symptoms, but it doesn't really stop the virus from spreading.
Yes, correct.
And there's a third one coming.
And we believe more after that, not just the third one.
I think this is just a message to people that the way things are going aren't working, because anytime sick, what is it called? A disease is dis-ease, and it's a problem with the energies.
Yes.
Because if the energies were right, this wouldn't happen. But it's also a gift for people to have another opportunity to kind of slow down their life and reassess what they're doing. And I think with a lot of people not going back to work after this, it all ended, I think part of it was opportunistic, but I think people are reassessing what's really important to them. So we'll see how it goes.
Of course. Blessings.
Much love.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we've got April.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
My first question, I've been for the past like 6 years just healing from bad head and neck injury, healing from all kinds of relationship trauma, and there's just been a lot coming up lately, and I just wanted to see what you saw going on with that.
Well, yes, right now, yes, you're just facing more of it too. You're ready to release it.
Yeah.
Maybe one at a time, maybe not all at once. Well, it's like go to the one that's bothering you the most first, and release that one. Okay. And take as long as you need to be with that one. If it even has to be weeks.
Okay.
So it seems once you go to the one that's bothering you the most, doesn't mean and the others will follow, even if you're not looking into them. So, it feels like it hasn't been the right time to release it either, it seems.
Yeah. Thank you. And any other messages for me?
I mean, we do see new connections, new people. You'll be connecting with, on a spiritual level or more just on a physical level, basically some of it might be similar to the past, coming back again, but with new people. To just be aware of that, not to attract that.
Okay.
It seems like there's some of that, maybe at a gym or something like that, or some kind of. So it seems like it's still in the air that you have not quite released just yet.
Okay.
So that makes sense over time.
Yes, thank you.
So, blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up last this evening is me. Thank you again, Arcturians, for coming
Yes.
in.
Great.
Thank you. Last week I asked Shiva about aspects that would like to connect, and he tapped into a prime creator aspect from another universe who had a competitive history with the prime creator here. Can this prime creator consciousness share more about the nature of my soul's relationship with this universe and advice on how to transmute mistrust to being vulnerable with others into excitement for new experiences?
Well, it's just that your vibration wants to make things a little bit easier for people, and this prime creator wants to see people to suffer.
Push them to the limits?
Yeah, really, or push them to where their soul no longer exists. He feels, in his mind, that's what needs to be done. So
The name was
kind of like an archon energy there.
the name was Soul Development and Evolution.
Yeah,
Kind
I
of
mean,
like the secret space program. I get the feel the same kind of vibes, pushing evolution.
Correct.
Past, yeah.
So you're more about magic.
Right.
So I mean, you are about testing the soul, but more magical realms, more just dimensions of. I mean, beyond what's been introduced here, actually, on this planet.
So that's why there's like a block right now as far as what's allowed to come in.
Well, yeah, because a lot of your magic is not welcomed here, as you probably can tell.
Is that like other incarnations that I expose,
Yes,
it to others, and then it cause kind of weird kind of ramification?
Well, yes, you're here to stop war.
Right.
On so many levels, not just a third dimensional level, but all levels.
Yeah,
Even
nobody wins in war.
Exactly. But your soul had to get pushed to that level for you to put that vibration out, and you agreed to it. But yes, and it is working. Yes, it might have this Afghanistan situation going on, but it takes a while to heal a planet like this, as you know.
Right.
So it's like you're almost like a sun, like another sun that's here.
Yeah, I feel that when I connect with it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of get a visual or like a lighthouse, like standing at the edge of a shore when I'm connecting with the sun, in the same sense. And I use that kind of energy to transmute chemtrails in the same way as well.
Yeah, it's like you want to open up a dimension and bring in a bunch of psychiatrists for humans.
Yeah, definitely. Instead of the way they have police officers,
Exactly. Just sort out their problems instead of all this. Yeah. Of course, the police are there to keep things going, as you know.
Yeah.
The Archon agenda.
Interesting. Yeah, I have my kind of assumptions on that. But I also have my own Archon aspects as well. So I guess it's kind of like a competitive nature between the two prime creators.
Well, for example, for like the police, we can say a majority of them are there to do good, but a lot of the ones that are not doing good, they're the ones that really derail a lot of it. You only need a few to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's like what the Archons are doing.
And it goes viral, and yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for that. For my second question, just leave it open if there's any aspects of myself that you can connect with that'd like to be known at this time.
There is a Nordic realm, the tall blonde Nordic energies. You've connected them, meaning you help them solve their wars on their planets. Like the World War II, the Nordic beings, you went to their planets and did similar to what you're doing here. I believe you're kind of like an activist, actually.
Okay.
Similar to like a was it Malcolm X?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it a violent one or more like Martin Luther King?
Well,
violent.
You weren't trying to be violence, but others were violent to you.
Yeah, Malcolm X is by any means necessary, so.
Yeah, but you were colored too on a Nordic world.
Interesting.
But there was other colored also, but.
So they had the same agenda as the Nazis in a sense?
Yeah, they wanted to exterminate a whole race of people. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're part of that. We see Malcolm X similar, obviously different, but similar but different.
So yeah, I see myself in dreams, kind of like underground groups and
Yeah,
organizations.
exactly.
Yeah, freedom fighters kind of thing.
Because Martin Luther King did speeches, and it's like a spiritual, church, which is fine. But you were a little bit more, you know, as hands
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Okay, makes sense. All right, very interesting. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, blessings to you. I believe Cathaline came in last minute. Do you have a chance to answer his questions?
Yes, you have a quick.
Okay, appreciate that. Cathaline, you're last.
Yes, thank you very much. Just if you can see, I have a question of biology. What do the nerves in the human body? What's their role?
The nerves are well, just what you know, like if it hurts or not. To make it's like a healing. They're always working to heal you. It's like
Yeah,
your your
exactly.
your armor. If you get
I,
poked on
they,
something, it gets stronger there. Actually,
do they give signals
yes,
of an
throughout the body.
organ so that it needs a repair and stuff
Yes,
like this? No.
correct. Yes,
Yeah,
instantly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had, do you have an idea if the human teeth can grow? Human teeth.
What about human teeth? They broke up when you said that. What about?
Well, do they have the ability to grow? To grow back?
Some do. Usually, when an adult, if it's all grown out, not likely. If you lose a tooth, some people, it depends on their frequency. Yes, they can grow it back. Very
Frequency.
rarely they can do that.
Frequency of if I can tune in.
Yes.
If I tune in and they can. So the spirit actually has the capability to do that. The energy, the
Well, yeah, spirit working with you. Yes, there's a possibility of it. Yes, it's not easy. It is possible. Just yeah.
I so much appreciate. Thank you very much.
Yes. Blessings.
And blessings, Arcturians. Thank you again for your assistance. Much love.
Send you energies to your plant and your heart chakras and many other things. So blessings to you all. All right.